welcome to another session of Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. When we left our investigators, they were in a pretty rough state. After the events that happened on Vashon Island, Julian, let me check my list, was suffering from a crushed chest, a torn body, and, what is this on my notes? Crushed genitals.
Save little Julian!
Thankfully, due to the prompt medical assistance of one Dr. Jensen, you didn't die. So, you got that going for you.
Performing reconstructive surgery on the fly.
Will there be a fate worse than death?
Now, I do believe that Dr. Jensen has offered to get you a pair of brass prostheses if needed. However, we have one of our seldom used VIII rules that we're going to lead off our session with, but before we get to whether or not poor little Julian survives, let's actually introduce everybody. It has been a hot minute, so my name is Bryon Kershaw, and I am the host of the show. I use he, him pronouns. And my archetype for the game is Gamemaster, because I'm in charge of this circus. This award-winning circus. At this point, multi-award-winning circus.
You're so cool.
And introducing themselves next, Aaron.
Nah. I'm Erin. I go by she, her pronouns. And I play Sofie, who you know and love. Shotguns and encyclopedias. That's what I do.
And if you had to say what her archetype was in VIII, what would you say that it was?
What's an archetype, Precious? How
long have you been playing this game for?
Is cut all this out, Hannah. What is her? I do this every time. Her fucking
cheesemonger. Her archetype's cheesemonger.
Academic. It's been academic the whole time.
Her archetype is cheesemonger. Is academic.
Amazing.
Yeah, her archetype is academic, with many side forays into other things.
Hannah, definitely don't cut any of that.
Oh no, I don't think I can. Sorry.
God damn it.
And next up we have Phoenix.
That's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Phoenix. And I'm playing your humble... No, that's not the word. I'm playing Julian. He's a archetypal socialite. And in a few moments, we will find out if I am retiring him based on the results of some rolls. Because if little Julian is gone, then Julian is done.
No.
We'll see how that goes. And Bill.
Hello, I'm Bill. I play Dr. Lucius Jensen. We both go by he, him, and obviously, Dr. Lucius Jensen is the doctor archetype.
Marvelous. And we are also joined by a special and frequent contributor, and that is our wonderful editor, Hannah.
Sorry, I was typing something weird in the chat. Hi.
Yeah, you were.
I love you guys.
I offered, Hannah. The offer is out there.
Bryon, may I read to the listeners what Hannah was typing into our chat?
Just putting her on blast, huh?
This could be a collaboration of Dr. Jensen and Sofie, honestly.
It's true.
I mean, am I wrong though?
No, sorry.
Correct.
But if little Julian gets a metal replacement, Julian would have a robo-dick.
And Julian
was the exact thing written.
Would be more appealing now. Your game would be up, man.
It's true. If that was even possible from,
I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, Julian's appeal is already 100%.
Yeah, exactly. But now he's shinier.
All right, we have put this off for long enough.
Okay.
Phoenix,
Seriously.
would you make a physical recovery roll?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I will. Now, the good news on this is I at least get a lot of dice, so this is going to
And-
be my...
For this, you will roll your character's physique plus your precision minus your number of physical conditions.
Oh, boo, that is suddenly much worse.
Does he get any advantages from anybody? From anything?
He gets to push the roll on account of the fact you have an infirmary.
Well, the good news is that I have 8 dice to roll. The bad news is I'm at a -4 penalty.
Oh.
So, I guess we find out. That is 0 successes on 4 dice.
All right.
So I will have to push that roll, Bryon, and I guess in the process break myself again?
We will let you add the condition afterwards. So you'll just start next mystery with 1 physical condition.
Julian is officially retired.
So is this going to be Julian's retirement session?
I I feel like the podcast needs me to say, yes, this is Julian's retirement session. I think the answer is no, Julian is just gonna leave. That is an additional 0 successes on 4 dice.
Okay. And used all of your advantages during the mystery, correct? I think it was But I'm Julian.
Yes, I can confirm. Just edited that episode, yes.
Yep.
Oh my god. Can I give him my advantage?
Normally no, but I'm willing to make a one-time exception for poor little Julian.
Little Julian, no!
So is that 2 extra dice?
I'll give you 2 extra dice.
Snake eyes.
What? It wasn't meant to be.
One for each
Julian
ball.
Was... Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys.
Oh.
No, it has to be. It can't. We no. It'll be a funeral session.
Now, I will say, if you would like to replace Julian, this could be like a going away session for him. Now, I will also say, it is worth noting, Phoenix, Julian will still have his junk.
I feel like so. All right. Clearly, Bryon, you and I had not talked about this. I was
Yep.
not anticipating.
No.
I was not anticipating 10 failures.
Yeah, I kind of thought you were going to nail it.
Yeah,
I mean, Snake Eyes on the last 2 there is really.
sums it up.
I kind of want him to just bleed out.
That is going to change the tenor of everything I have prepared for the night.
I know.
Although, I mean, we could,
It's a
because
celebration of life. That's what
Yeah.
he would have wanted.
Julian would want people to have more of a wake than a funeral. Like, he would want people to have a fucking party.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be the finest of wines and spirits and a jazz piano and all the ladies dancing.
Yeah. And to be clear, Bryon, this is not me looking for a way to insert Randall Savage,
No, I understand.
but I feel like with 10 failures,
Yeah.
that's kind of what it feels like.
Bryon, can you remind me the years we're in?
1889 in the spring.
89. Okay. This doesn't quite line up. It's technically 10 years earlier. But certain other facts line up, and I feel like this is hilarious. Could we have it that Julian, in his grief, convinces I don't know, I don't even remember what Smith did, but basically work with a gentleman named the Smith to design the Smith Tower, a very phallic-looking building in downtown Seattle.
Oh no.
And that Julian technically...
Benavides Spire.
But Julian, in order to kind of not want to, be overt about it, he creates a shell architect company in New York, Gaggin and Gaggin, to design his phallic...
Oh.
What?
Gaggin and Gaggin is the New York architectural firm that designed Smith Tower.
Oh, that is actually the name of the firm.
Is it? Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
So, Bryon, am I do you need to veto this? Like, do we just need to?
So, my main thing is, if Julian was going to die,
It would have been before Bill made his rolls.
yeah, effectively he was stabilized in D&D terms.
What happens if we continue and Julian goes ahead with his failures, what happens?
Yeah. He will gain the incontinence scar.
Oh god.
It's funny because the other two, because they were such critical injuries,
Yeah.
I don't actually get a penalty. But if I'd succeeded, I would have gotten boosts.
You would have gotten what's called an insight.
Yeah.
So, if you are truly feeling like, with this, I'm done with Julian.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
There's one potential here. You allowed me to use Sofie's advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I could push that roll as well.
I'd be willing to give that to you. That's historically how we've always done it before.
2 more dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go.
It's gonna be 2 girl guys again.
Shush, shush.
There is one more 1 and a 4.
Oh god.
It is just not meant to be.
Nope.
The dice are telling the story, man.
Out of curiosity, I did bring up 2 other just random D6s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's a 3 and a 4.
Mhm.
Here is what I am thinking. If Phoenix is feeling like, with this, I am ready to wrap, that is okay. For the mechanics in the narrative, I don't think it necessarily makes sense that Julian would die. Because again, he was stabilized. He was out of the danger at that point from his multiple nigh-fatal injuries. And I also don't want to take away from, the medical success that Bill had there. Man, we should have done this one months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody wanted his fucking cliffhanger.
Well, just call me hoisted by my own petard.
Listener, it's been 5 months.
Yeah.
It's been longer, actually.
It's been 6 months.
So what I would say is we could go in a couple of different ways with it. We could have Julian shift to just being an NPC. So he becomes kind of a background character and does literally retire. If you'd be okay with it, you could play him for this session, and this is not just a gala celebrating some successful music that he's done, but his newfound retirement.
Oh my god, Phoenix. Just think. With Julian, if you want to play up the injury aspect, oh, I got injured and now that's why I have to retire. You could have a bunch of hot dudes, hot, barely clothed dudes carrying you on a palanquin during the entire fucking...
Oh.
I mean, Big Bill was already going to be carrying me in. Let's make no mistake about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, Phoenix, I'm going to pitch option 2. There is something that I have been setting up in the background for some Julian things, some story development. You've been seeing a lot of mysterious peacocks that people have not been noticing.
I remember this.
Oh, yes.
Julian can choose to lean into this mysterious development and be healed of his injury.
So he's going to have a peacock?
Now, just for being able to make that joke, I'm tempted to keep it, but tell me a little bit more on this, Bryon, or I don't know if you and I need to take it separately, like into Discord or whatnot. But how would that work? Because I don't want to completely derail this entirely by just having Julian being like, "We're done."
Yep.
If he leaned into it, could he then? Because I know Phoenix, you kind of are ready to like retire the character, regardless of the whole character stuff.
It's fine, but it's also a weird time to retire him with one thing left to go.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask, if you leaned into this, would you then be able to retire him and turn him into like an NPC or something like that, and then do your new character if you did choose to go that way? I was just curious. I don't.
If Bryon wanted to take control and turn him into an NPC, I'm totally fine with that. But can you tell me more? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
What are you thinking?
So the idea here would be, after your injury, this is again going to be a few months before the next game session kicks off. So Julian is going to have some downtime. He is going to be dealing with the fallout of these grievous wounds. But he continues to have these strange dreams. He continues to see these peacocks around that no one else is seeing. They're always at weird moments when other people have their back turned, and they go around a corner or pass behind a tree and then don't walk out the other side. What we could effectively have happen is Julian could implore that whatever it is to fix things. And then he wakes up the next morning and everything's repaired, as if it never happened.
Okay.
So, kind of the way that I was seeing things was we had sort of three paths forward. We could kind of shift gears and Julian retires. That could be Julian passes if that's what you really want to have happen, because I don't want to stifle kind of what you want to have happen for the character. But just mechanics and story and kind of the way the previous session wrapped, I think it makes sense that he lived.
Understood.
Complications can always happen later, though, but I also don't want to necessarily take away from the end of Dr. Jensen's story being that he saved a friend with desperate medical procedures.
Yeah, that does feel pretty nicely wrapped.
So Julian could decide, even outside of the injuries to little Julian, this was a closer brush with death than I've ever had. I am leading a very fucking good life right now. I think I'm all set. I've wrapped up my personal story, wealthy beyond measure. Everyone close to me is doing great. Yeah, I'm golden. This could be his retirement party. Option 2, you could continue playing Julian for the duration of the last couple of mysteries, with him kind of limping along, as it were. Julian spontaneously peeing with incontinence is not out of the blue. You have literally announced, I pee myself, on multiple mysteries already.
That's fair.
That's fair.
So, like, that is canonical. So, the way that the scars work is effectively just at different points in the mystery, I can give you a penalty on a roll, or...
And as I recall, incontinence was manipulation, wasn't it? Or it was empathy.
Agility.
It's agility?
So it's -1 to an agility roll.
And you dodge the pee.
I want to jump out of the way, but my leg's warm and uncomfortable. Because one of the themes of VIII is, as these investigators are facing the supernatural, it does tend to take a toll on them. And so Dr. Jensen permanently has nightmares now. So it is possible that Julian would pick up a physical scar. Option 3, you lean into this mysterious power, and it makes it so that the scar goes away permanently. And if you got an option 4, I am absolutely up for negotiation.
Yeah, I'm not really... To me, it's between 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Really? God, I would be jumping at 3 because that sounds like so much fun and so creepy.
So the reason that I'm not jumping at 3 is, and again, this is just me as me. Like when I'm listening to a Critical Role, just as an example, one of the things that drives me nuts with Critical Role is how undangerous everything is. Like it just doesn't feel like anything is ever going to happen to the characters. Like they just,
it feels like they've got some plot armor going.
And I don't want to just hand wave that into, yeah, exactly.
Hello, dear listener. It's your host and game master, Bryon. So, this episode took a bit of an unexpected turn, and I don't think any of us quite saw that twist coming. Personally, I love moments like this, where everyone at the table is surprised and figuring out the story together. That's honestly part of what I've really liked about doing actual plays in general, the way friends get to create a story together. Speaking of friends creating a story together, I'd like to tell you about the fine folks at Blighthouse Studios. They have a couple of actual play shows they do, including a Call of Cthulhu campaign set in a world overrun by killer plants called the Sprouting, and an upcoming zombie survival horror campaign set in Iceland called VIII, and their Dungeons & Dragons series, The Lucky Die. With so many different shows under their belts, I bet they've dealt with the players suddenly throwing a plan or two for the session straight out the window. Right? Well, anyway, while I am scrambling to reorganize Julian's party, please take a moment to check out the trailer for The Lucky Die, and give a listen to this and the other awesome actual play shows the Blighthouse team have made.
You see, looking up from the ground, blood-red clouds boiling across the sky.
You did ask me to bring the thunder.
Dejin! Help! I've got the chalice, please!
Well, if they're following you, then I guess that takes care of a loose end for me.
All of you feel the earth beneath you shake and crack and break.
I feel that I have failed both of you, and I am sorry for that.
This has nothing to do with you being a bad leader.
Do you want a countdown? Oh, I think I want a countdown.
I wanted to help.
3,
I always had good intention.
2,
I did not deserve
1.
to die.
Now.
The Lucky Die is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast with its current campaign set to close in 2027 after 10 years. Find us anywhere you find your podcasts by searching The Lucky Die.
So here's the thing is I'm trying to weigh out here. I think, realistically speaking, exactly to the scenario that you described, he just got absolutely destroyed. I mean, he wasn't just shot. He was obliterated.
Yeah.
And it does feel like this would be one where he's like, I'm out. This has gotten way too far over my head.
Mm-hmm.
So, just him walking out feels like the story appropriate thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm overanalyzing. Let's just go with that.
Okay.
And then I don't know if this means that I do create a new character. If it means that I'm sitting out this final adventure, I mean, that might actually be something too. I don't know. But
all right. So we're going to shift things a little bit. And this is no longer just a celebration of Julian's music. This is a celebration of Julian. He is getting out of this library business after a desperately close call. And it's now time to throw a party. A retirement party. Julian has met the gorgeous Big Bill, Julian is stupidly wealthy. Julian has gotten his father to be able to retire as a lumberjack. Literally all of his goals have pretty much been met. And after a very near brush with death, and far too close a brush with death for little Julian, it's time to walk away while he still can. So of course, the theme for the gala is going to be, "But I'm Julian."
I think that Sofie had the girls, she and the girls worked on banners. You know how they have like happy birthday or congratulations or whatever, but it says, "But he's Julian."
Beautiful. Perfect. No notes. So, we are going to start with Dr. Jensen. It has been a good day at the clinic. You haven't had too many injuries or major cases coming in. Honestly, as a doctor, when it's a slightly slow day, that's a good thing. So you've seen some patients, you've done some basic medicine, but for the most part, it's been pretty peaceful and calm.
Allows me to sit back and enjoy a nice glass of bourbon.
Yeah, but you were going to do that regardless.
But now no one's bothering me while I get to enjoy.
And speaking of Bill, while Dr. Jensen is able to sit back, he finally has a minute to take a look at a letter that has arrived for him.
Oh.
Dr. Jensen has received a actually pleasant communication.
No.
From whom?
He has gotten a letter from an old friend who lives out in Boston named Laurel O'Donnell.
Oh, you had me concerned there for a second. I was a little
it's none of your various creditors, blackmailers, people.
Clara.
Stalkers.
Clara Berg.
I believe she has not contacted you again since you stopped answering her letters. But we'll have her show up again later, don't worry.
Oh boy.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Also, dear listener, I am delighted to share that the letter in question was actually written for us by a fan. They loved the show so much, it had a character that would fit so well into our world that they actually wrote a piece of fiction about how her character got to meet Dr. Jensen.
It's so cool.
If you would like to write any kind of fiction or do any kind of artwork about our characters, we are so here for it, and that's amazing, and you definitely should.
We'd be so happy.
100%.
100%.
We will be over the moon about it. Now, Bill, would you be okay reading this letter written by Discord user Ives?
Of course. Dear Dr. Jensen, I hope this letter finds you well, and that you have settled into Seattle nicely. Is it as rainy as they say? Since my last letter, Lucy is nearly done with her first year at Wellesley College, where she has been studying biology and other sciences. She's the first in mine and Stephen's family to even consider a higher education, and we are all quite proud of her. I am eager to have her home for the summer, but not as eager as her sister. Anne has been curating a collection of flowers to remind Lucy of Boston in the spring. We have several bundles drying in our back porch. Anne is my little dreamer. She finds the good and the beauty in all I have forgotten about. Michael has his sights set on college as well, though he is determined to follow in my and his father's footsteps. Out of all my children, he is the most like me, and thus it is the most difficult to dissuade him from doing something once he has made up his mind. I did manage to convince him not to join the army, but not the military entirely, so he is instead pursuing admission in the Naval Academy. As the boy has been on this fishing vessel every summer for the past several years as a cabin boy and deckhand, and has affinity for sailing, it's easy to encourage. I'm still practicing midwifery, and as I haven't tired of bringing new life into this world after ushering out so many others. Being on the outskirts of Boston, I am often called upon to help farmers' wives and other women who live in the countryside. I've partnered with a Dr. Elliot in establishing his practice, and there's a steady number of patients always needing to be seen. This year will mark 5 years since my brother, Luke, has passed on. He is my favorite brother and Stephen's best friend. The fact that he has survived the horrors of the war, only to die of consumption, is still hard to accept. I swear his soul is still around, trapped here with us as a ghost, and not in heaven with our parents. We were planning a dinner in his honor at Lucinda's house in late spring. That was his favorite time of year. Stephen asks if you know of any techniques to reduce his pain in his residual limb. Walking has become somewhat unbearable, and we've moved out in the winter, and it is only getting worse as the summer nears. Dr. Elliot only does minor surgeries when necessary, and doesn't have much experience with amputation. After all these years, I still cannot bear seeing him or any other man in such pain. Do write back and tell me how Seattle is. What are the people like? Have you any friends? Do you have your own practice or clinic? I'm buzzing with questions, but I will leave you with just one more. Is Seattle at a far enough distance to be free of that which haunts you? Faithfully yours, Laurel May O'Donnell. P.S. Anna's asked me to include her sketch of our back porch with all the dried flower bundles and the clematis winding its way up one of the supports. She also wanted to remind you of springtime in Boston, even though she only knows you by name.
How is Dr. Jensen feeling after reading through that letter? Especially that last question.
He will just softly put down the letter and kind of fold it back into its delivered state. And just out loud, No, it is not. And we'll finish his glass of bourbon. And I think he'll close up shop and head over to the library.
Excellent. He also will need to have a little bit of time to get ready, because this evening is the gala.
Oh, of course. I'll probably have to find something fine to wear. Knowing Julian, it won't be nearly enough, but I'll have to rise to the occasion, I suppose.
Toga. Diaphanous toga. Phoenix. In the afternoon, prior to the gala, Julian is having lunch with his dad, Marcelino. You are still a little stiff, a little achy. Despite the stunning medical work of Dr. Jensen, there are still some scars that are forming where you were shot through the chest. Your father is excited to see you, though. He is a little surprised to hear that you're retiring, as he himself has been getting a little bit restless with his newfound retirement and doesn't exactly know what you're supposed to do with your day when you don't have something you need to work on. What are the two of you doing for lunch?
I think that... So I've taken him... He's been in the lumber camp, but with my wealth, Bryon, did we ever discuss, did I actually move him out of there, or?
You did. You did. Okay. You got him a house on Mansion Row, basically.
Okay.
Or I think it's called Millionaires Row. But those gorgeous giant mansions on Capitol Hill in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
You got him a house there.
He's all, how come I got to go down 3 flights of stairs to get to the kitchen?
Oh my god, do not talk about my actual life right now.
So, okay. We are in the kitchen at his home that I have kind of relocated him into. It is a glorious, sprawling mansion that is far finer than he really wants. But
oh, absolutely.
But this is happening.
But because you can, you do.
Exactly. Because I can, I do. And I am cooking for him. Now, we have plenty of people who could take care of this for us. But I am taking the time to actually cook up some pancit and just remind him of some of my mother's cooking back home. And we're just kind of talking things over about how, it has gone so well for me. I am rolling in money. I have made some incredible contacts. And it's just time. What are we going to do? Dad, whatever we want. If you want to travel, we can travel. Do you want to go back home? We could go back home. We could bring Mom over. There's plenty of money to take care of all of this now.
Now, Julian, I still don't quite understand. Where did all this money come from? The violin?
I think about explaining to him the technology, and for myself, trying to imagine explaining computers to my parents again for the millionth time. He just decides, yeah, it's from the violin. I've gotten pretty well known. People are paying substantial amounts to hear me play. And that's in large part because you and Mom wouldn't let me quit. So thanks for that.
Well, you always loved it so much. We couldn't take it from you.
Didn't love it so much when my fingers were bleeding at first, but...
Oh, they weren't bleeding. You just got some calluses. But taking a trip, that sounds nice. Maybe we could do that.
Yeah.
It'll be a long time. That's not a short trip, but we could certainly stay in nice cabins this time.
First class all the way, wherever you want.
Well, you get done with your party tonight, and maybe we can plan that out.
Sounds good.
We cut away from Julian and get to the start of evening. It is still spring in Seattle, so evenings unfortunately come very early and it gets real dark. The one bit of good news that I have is at least it hasn't been raining. Everything has been really dry, fairly warm. The library got spring cleaning done in record time this year. You wonder if maybe that giant perpetual thunderstorm that had happened over Vashon had maybe pulled a lot of that bad weather away for a while. And Sofie, you are trying to figure out what you want to wear for the evening. You have a couple of different dresses, a couple of different options, and sprawled lazily in your bed, with Yortz curled up into her shoulder, is Mira Asketil.
Ooh.
History will remember them as very good roommates.
Right. They were best friends.
The kind of best friends who share a bed sometimes.
It's whatever. It's normal and straight.
Yep, totally. Mira kind of languidly stretches out, and Yortz just rolls over onto his belly and just puts his whole face across her face as she sputters and tries to get some cat hair out of her mouth.
Accurate.
Again, don't talk about my life like that.
Right? Yeah, me too.
Also, Brian meant to re-listen to episodes with Mira to get her accent right, but I did not have time, so you're just getting whatever I come up with.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's been a million years. So, Sofie, what are you planning on wearing for the evening?
I think no matter what I choose, we may have to do a little last-minute tailoring because I can't... All of these latest fashions don't like sleeves, and I think you know I need to have sleeves right now. I can't be... I mean, for one thing, I'm not 20 years old anymore. I can't be having these little confections of sleeves that everyone loves right now, even were it not for, well, you know.
I say you just go without them.
Okay, perhaps at some point I could do that, but I don't know if it's... Actually, if I did, I don't know that people wouldn't think it wasn't just a costume.
See? It's perfect. Can't go wrong.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, Mira. I'm not doing that.
What's the worst that could happen?
The entire library could clear out, and Julian
Torches and pitchforks and...
Yes, that is what could happen. I mean, it is the library, but still.
I think it'd be just fine. But also, torches and pitchforks are funny.
They are a little bit funny. Well, I'll do long gloves, and maybe I'll take them off. How about that? That's a compromise.
I mean, you can certainly wear whichever type of dresses you would personally favor.
Well, on this one, only a little bit peeks out, so we'll go with this one. And she holds, like, she has this kind of black and white dress. It's like white, and it's got all this black embroidery on it. And the sleeves aren't teeny tiny. They're big, kind of big poofy sleeves, but they're not full coverage or anything. So it's kind of in between.
Excellent. But I'm assuming does successfully cover everything?
Yes. If she, turns a certain way or her sleeve falls down a little bit, there might be some exposure, but in general, it covers everything.
Okay. So, with that... Everyone has their outfits selected. The evening is ready to get underway. The wonderful Madame Lou is hosting a gala event for Julian as part of his newfound retirement. And in a particularly large box theater, down past the deadline, you all make your way down. The whole area is filled with beautiful music, gorgeous people who are very excited to chat with you all. Julian sees many familiar faces from the sporting house. Hannah, what is Madame Lou wearing for this gala event?
Well, normally when she would be out on the house floor, she would be decked out in something far more extravagant than her normal behind-the-scenes wear. Something with some embroidery and some flashy jewels and sparkles. This is like 10 times that. She has gone all out. This is Julian's big day. This is all for him, and she knows how much he loves just extravagance and luxury. Decadence, yes. So her dress is just the epitome of decadence. Big, poofy, just
gem encrusted.
Disco balls aren't invented yet, but I feel like the person who invented disco balls might be at this party and saw her in this dress.
Amazing. So everywhere she goes, she is just sparkling, catching the light, flickering and shining. The various staff of the box theater are dressed in very shimmering cloth of gold and silver, all catching the light and flickering as well. And Madame Lou has even arranged a whole fountain to be placed on stage. That is burbling and bubbling. Don't ask for the mechanics of how that works. I don't want to have to figure it out.
I don't think Madame Lou asked much either.
A wizard did it.
Yeah.
Sofie arrives and sees a couple of familiar faces. You see Thomas and Anna Miller. They were from our mystery Broken Kisses, our Stolen Kisses, Broken Vows. And Anna has been cured of being the mayor.
Yay!
They are over the moon and excited to see you. And the pair of them come rushing up. Sofie! Oh my gosh, how are you doing? How is the farm?
I'm wonderful. I have some cheeses prepared to send home with you. Just check in with Jeremy before you leave, and he'll send you a little care package. How are you doing? How are you settling in?
Oh, we're doing very, very well. So Thomas is working as a full clerk now, and is working for the city of Ballard. And Anna's working as a seamstress, although not a seamstress here.
Well, good. How have you settled in and progressed since I saw you? Are you fully recovered? Do you have any residual issues or anything? I'm always here if you want to talk.
Oh, we appreciate it so much. No strange maladies. Everything's finally good.
Oh, that's so wonderful. That makes me happy.
We then kind of span across this glittering ballroom to Dr. Jensen, who is at the punch table, because of course he is, where a very handsome bartender wearing a tiny black bow tie, also jewel encrusted, because of course.
Of course.
Is mixing drinks for him and his friend Gaston Labon. I would not normally request any type of mixed alcohol, but there is something here, Dr. Jensen.
Well, yes, if that's what you can call something as ostentatious as, and he'll just kind of gesture down the bar. He'd look back to Gaston. You know me, I'd be happy with just a bottle of bourbon and 2 glasses.
I swear I saw them cutting up a whole pineapple to put in something earlier.
Wait, where did they find that?
Based on what I have seen, I'm sure Julian had it shipped in.
Of course. Oh, but Gaston, and clap him on the shoulder, I just wanted to say thank you for joining me in tonight's festivities. I knew I'd need someone here just to
ground things perhaps a little.
Celebrate responsibly, and he'll hold up his glass.
To celebrating responsibly, and he will clink it. And then, shortly after that clink, the gentleman of the hour arrives. Julian Benavides. Sometimes Dr. Carlos Young. Sometimes Lucian. I believe you've come up with many a sobriquet.
And Maddie Thighs.
Yeah, and Maddie Thighs. Yeah,
right. Maddie Thighs.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
What is Julian wearing for his celebratory gala?
So as the doors open, I am carried in by none other than Big Bill Gross. Big Bill is a very large man, as his name implies.
Mm-hmm.
And he is wearing predominantly leather pants. He's got this leather harness going over either shoulder, and he is wearing a full head horse mask, but it's open up that he can see straight out of it. It's not like you're trying to look through the nostrils of one of those terrible masks. Anyway, so he's he can fully see, and I am on his shoulders.
Wow.
And Julian is actually wearing quite a bit more clothing than most of you would expect to see him in. So Julian is currently dressed in what looks like a very finely tailored riding outfit. And he is covered pretty much, from, neck to toe.
Mm-hmm.
In just beautiful boots, just, again, exquisitely tailored attire. He does have a little riding crop in one hand, which is just encrusted with all manner of just gaudy, ostentatious...
Yeah. Fine-cut gems.
And he just, as the doors open and Big Bill carries him in, he just, throws up one hand to the crowd and just basks in the exultation he fully expects to receive. It takes a moment before people actually realize that he has come into the room, which is a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
But then as people, oh, right. And he just soaks in the clear adoration of everyone who's
the applause, the laughter at the costume, Big Bill making little clopping noises.
Give him a couple of coconuts to bang together.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Also, important. It is, of course, Julian's night. So, several of the girls run up and are delighted to see you. You've been so busy lately, you just haven't really had time at the sporting house to catch up.
It's true, it's a shame.
And is there anything that the host would like to say as Julian arrives?
I think what happens is just that, she just immediately runs up to him, or
Sachets.
pulls up sachets, but has to pull up her dress a little bit to actually step forward. And just Julian! Oh my mouse! Oh, just look at you! And just also apologies for the terrible, mediocre German accent. I practiced, but run and just holds her hands out, daintily takes his hands in hers, and kind of helps him down. And as soon as he is down, just giant bear hug. I know his bear is right there, but
he's a horse.
Yeah, for tonight. He's cosplaying.
It's fine.
But and she's just oh, it is so good to see you. Oh.
As you give me this massive bear hug, Julian visibly winces. He's putting on a lot of show tonight. He got obliterated not too long ago.
Yeah.
He tries to hold it back, but yeah, as you give him this big hug, he just kind of tenses up. There's a wince and kind of a grimace, but he's super happy to see you, and I do my best to return the hug as gingerly as I can.
Yeah, I think she notices that and immediately just lets go, but holds you by the shoulders, not quite at arm's length, but she's running her eyes over you, just in obvious concern, but acceptance and a bit of sorrow for the fact that she hurt you. And just quietly kind of says, "How have things been?"
Well, I've been shot enough to know when the universe is trying to tell me something.
Ah.
But for all that, Madame Lou, none of this would have been... I came here. And by here, he just kind of points all around. I came here with nothing, and I would have been bruising my hands awfully over at the lumberyards if I'd needed to stay there with my father. I can't thank you enough for the chance you gave me.
She smiles lightly and goes and kisses your hands and is just "Well,
At least in that your hands are just as pristine and beautiful as they always were.
At least my hands did come out unscathed.
And you will still do great things with your hands.
And she gives a little wink. Great things.
He returns it. He returns the wink. A little bit. There's a little bit of a sadness, but he's mostly just delighted to see you.
Also, how much of Madame Lou's accent will I be re-recording so that it doesn't sound as terrible? Who knows? I'll never tell. I'll never tell. You'll never find out.
I mean, I'll find out. All right, so we are going to briefly step away from the festivities to get into the exciting world of game mechanics. We are going to run through the level ups our characters have picked up. Phoenix, I hope this is fine. We're probably not going to worry about what you're leveling up.
I am leveling up my life.
Exactly. Bill, what level ups is Dr. Jensen going to be picking up?
Well, he will be taking the Chief Physician talent, which will, when I use medicine to treat another player character, they can heal a total of 4 conditions instead of 3. And then same applies to extra successes. So that will be hopefully helpful should we have any physical issues there. Then I will be taking also a +1 to Vigilance, bringing my total up to 5, and then +1 to ranged combat, given how much we've been relying on pistols and rifles recently.
Although
that'll be a +2.
Bill, I do have tragic news for you.
Uh-oh.
Your free pistol dispenser is retiring.
Oh my god, what are we gonna do?
Uncle Moneybags is going to be leaving the party.
No, we need to, Bryon, we have to pause. We have to rethink all of our freaking stuff because now we need to have money. I mean, we have kind of money. Like, me and Dr. J have money, a little.
I mean, you're not doing bad, but your financier has disappeared.
We're like rich. We're just not filthy rich.
Yeah, you're clean rich.
Yeah.
Before we were recording, it was brought up that we could say, for example, add the development of a bank to the library.
We'll get to that. Don't rush yourself.
Oh, we didn't know what Phoenix was gonna roll before that happened, so...
All right, next up on my list is Sofie. Would you tell us what level ups you're picking?
Sofie is gonna take +1 to Force and +1 to Observation. And the talent that she's picking is Safety in Numbers. So when she has her 2 companions that she does stuff with the library, you know, the 2 companions, both of them.
All 2.
Then she gets a +2 to fear rolls.
Dr. Jensen and yours.
Jeremy and Agda? Like, which two?
Ha ha.
Matthias?
Who?
She's choosing Safety in Numbers because she, after seeing, to be a little bit serious for 2 seconds, after seeing Dr. Jensen kind of pull Julian back from the brink of death, she really feels like she can really trust her friends and they will help her through anything. And so she feels safety when she's with them.
Now, we also have some upgrades happening to the headquarters.
Yeah.
I will let Phoenix and Hannah, if she wants to, tell us about some of those. But I believe we've got 4 new upgrades coming up.
Okay, so a couple of things that have been happening at the library here. So down in the lower areas, we have discovered a couple more things. In addition to our already existing occult library and occult workshop, we found an entire occult temple, as well as an archive, an occult archive, down there in the kind of cordoned off areas as well.
And the benefit of those is the occult temple will add an extra advantage to one character at the start of the mystery, and that is an advantage called occultist.
Congratulations, you have found the Eldritch area.
Bill is delighted.
The Eldritcher.
Yes.
Yeah, the Eldritch Est area.
Yes.
And the occult archive allows you to store items of power between mysteries. So things like the next fiddle or the old Bible can actually be kept.
Is Julian keeping the fiddle?
We'll have to resolve that offline. Phoenix has an impish grin, though, so we'll see.
I mean, we can resolve that offline. I'm just going to tell you, no, he's not giving it up.
Okay.
That's what I thought. And Hannah, would you tell us about the other 2 items we picked up?
So, the next 2 items, you guys did more digging. You guys love to dig. It's dig o'clock over here. There's another cellar. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Is it another cellar?
It's an expansion onto the existing cellar.
Expansion. Yeah, you guys dug so much, you expanded the cellar, trying to find other cool, creepy occult things, and just made a bigger cellar. And you looked at your giant hole and went, yeah, we could use this. And
Man, that's a phrase.
Yeah.
There's a phrase for the Julian Gala.
Yeah, there you go. Free of charge. my mind is free of charge. And speaking of my mind being free of charge, you now have a psychiatrist, which probably is not free of charge, because U.S. healthcare system.
But it's the 1800s. We're fine. We're still figuring out how minds work.
Yeah.
So, after a few offers from Matthias, Gaston Le Bon has agreed to take a semi-permanent position working with the library. And a psychiatrist gives a +2 bonus on mental recovery rolls. We'll probably need those in the future.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
What makes you say that? What? No.
No reason. Don't worry about it. Yes, Bill?
No, that's 1.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're tracking those. All right, now I got to find a new catchphrase.
Good luck.
Thanks. The evening is a shining success.
Literally shining.
Quite literally a shining success. All manner of Seattle luminaries are delighted to spend time with Julian. You are celebrated and feted about the large hall. Big Bill does quickly take off the horse mask, as it was a little hard to see through that. I don't know where you're going with that. It's probably for the best.
It was I had tried to specify, like, it was like open, so that his face was entirely visible, like through the neck. He wasn't peeking down the 2 little nostrils like in the actual horse masks.
Still sweaty.
Yeah, still getting a little sweaty there after a while.
That's fair.
Dr. Jensen, several friends gather around and ask you to share a few drinks. You spot mostly people you have passing acquaintanceship with. This is not quite your usual crowd, but they're all very friendly, very approachable. They seem excited to speak to you, even though they don't necessarily know you as well as they know Julian.
And this is all... He will be much more jovial, empathetic, because this is for Julian. He doesn't want to be a sour point on Julian's night.
Avoiding being a Debbie Downer.
For as much as Lucius can, yes.
A Lucius Loner?
A Lucius Loner, yep. I was really trying to come up with something. That's perfect.
Yay.
Sofie, the girls are very excited to talk about your farm.
Of course.
They all want to know what kind of animals that you have there, and especially if there are any strapping young farmhands with pretty features and questionable morals.
We don't have any of those, but we have a lot of beautiful young ladies.
With questionable morals.
Excuse you. No. They just have, questionable experiences. Not morals, though. Their morals are completely intact.
Mira is in your bed currently. She's the one with the questionable morals.
Oh, there's no question.
There's no question.
Yeah.
As the night kind of winds down a little bit, how is Madame Lou celebrating with folks? Is there anyone she wants to spend a special time with?
Julian.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always the right answer.
She is making sure that he is having the best night possible. She is laughing and chatting and sharing semi-embarrassing stories of Julian.
But never too embarrassing.
Not enough to completely mortify him, but just enough that you question if the red in his face is from the alcohol or from her tails. So,
Phoenix, how does Julian feel about that as the evening is winding on?
He's taking it in good humor. All of this is... It's not often that I get overwhelmed, and yet it's pushing it pretty close tonight. I'm certainly a little less chatty than I normally am, a little more introspective. When I am able to politely separate myself from Madame Lou, I will definitely take some time making sure that I go over to Dr. Jensen and making sure to thank him for his efforts.
Dr. Jensen will put down his drink, stand up from the bar, turn to face Julian, and give him a big hug.
it has all come down to this moment.
I am grinning. It's probably the biggest smile I've had throughout the night. Little bit of a wince again, just still feeling very tender. But as we embrace, I do whisper into your ear, I made sure that a full case of Balmore Scotch is on its way. How much you decide to share with the Vatir is up to you.
I just want to say, Madame Lou, as soon as the hug happened, she gave an eye to whoever is controlling the lights in the area, and it's just spotlight, hot moment.
Kiss cam.
Yep.
Lucius will give he'll give a hearty chuckle to hearing the case of scotch. Thank you, Julian. I know you're retiring and leaving this life behind, but I'm glad you're here.
I have stared into the abyss with you and survived it only because of your skill. Miraculously, with most of my internal organs still functioning. It would be a shame to tempt fate any further.
I completely understand.
And was there anything that Sofie wanted to say to Julian?
Yeah, I think at some point she will take Julian aside, completely out of
the room entirely.
Out of eyeline of anybody else. Yeah.
There's definitely some shady corners that one could duck out to.
Yeah. And
the name of my retirement villa.
Shady corners.
Shady corners.
Shady corners.
Nice. Man, that'd be sick in real life. Anyways, yeah, she will she'll take Julian's hands and look at him like very seriously. Like, we're not, this isn't. I know that we've seen a lot of things and we've experienced a lot of things together, and normally we try to joke our way past the horrors that we've seen, and the things that we don't understand and that we perhaps wish we hadn't ever laid eyes on. If you don't laugh about it, you'll cry, right? But I just want you to know that if you ever need to just be a handsome young man and just come talk with your auntie or something and have some girls fawn over you, you can always be welcome at the farm, and you can always just come there and be quiet if that's what you need. Because I know that you have many places in which you can be fawned over and everyone loves you and you're, famous Julian, but at the farm you can just be Julian if you want. So just always remember that we're always there for you. The girls love you, and not just as the famous Julian, but as my friend Julian. Oh shit, now I'm gonna cry. Fuck.
So as you tell me about this, and especially as you're talking about coming to the farm and having the girls fawn over me, I immediately open my mouth and you can see there's some sort of quip that is just right on the tip of my tongue, and I take a moment and just swallow that back down. And I put one hand up on your shoulder. With the other hand, I reach down and I kind of knock, like I take, my knuckles and knock about midway down your thigh, which I know is where a big, thick book is waiting underneath your voluminous skirt.
You are correct.
Thank you. And we wouldn't have gotten as far as we had. I made fun of you nerds. We couldn't have done this. And because you brought Anne and sorry, what was the guy's
Thomas.
Especially because you brought Anne and Thomas here, I just kind of turned my head in their direction. That wouldn't have been possible. I think, if I'm to continue the book analogy, I think my part in this story has reached its final chapter. But you and Dr. Jensen, you need to be the ones who continue to shine the light into the darkness. And I'll remain behind to remind the world that beauty still exists within me. I mean, within it. And thank you. I may take you up on that, but not yet. Dad and I have some travels we need to take care of first.
Of course.
And as the two of you make your way out of the shadowy alcove, Big Bill kind of sidles up. Now, Julian, I think this is our dance.
And it looks as though I jump into his arms and literally, like, in reality, I do a little hop. The lifting and putting me is all Big Bill. There's just not a lot of strength in me to make that jump. But yeah, he pulls me up. I am now cradled in both of his arms, and I just kind of have my arms around his neck, and my head is just tucked into his shoulder and neck.
There is a group of musicians who are playing. There's the soft burbling of the fountain. Lights kind of flicker and flash off of all of the gems that are everywhere, and all of the cloth of gold. And the two of you just enjoy a nice dance. And Big Bill then kind of leans down a little bit. Now, you know you're not going to get out of here without playing at least one song tonight, right?
Only question is, which fiddle do I use?
Well, I think that's up to you. Now, Big Bill does not know about the fiddle of the neck, correct?
Oh, I mean, I guess that's true. I probably wouldn't have. Hey, by the way,
I don't know if you've told him or not.
Yeah, I probably haven't. No, you're right. That's probably okay. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that.
By the way, if you've ever seen me playing a fiddle, that's kind of weird.
I wouldn't have said that.
I mean, he knows you've got multiple instruments.
Sure, but that would have been a very strange,
and are a master of all.
a random thing to have said. So instead, yeah, I know. I could scarcely bear it to disappoint the legions and scores and hundreds of my most devoted fans.
And one particular fan who's waiting to hear you play.
I just give him a little smooch.
No.
Hey, is it okay if I detract attention from Julian for 1 second and like retcon one little thing?
Sure.
Unacceptable. All attention must be on Julian.
I know, all Julian all the time. I know.
But Aaron, he's Julian.
But he's Julian. I would like, if while you're talking to her and she's like holding your hands and, you know, being really sincere, as you're telling her, you know, I might take you up on that, but not yet, her sleeve slips down a little bit and you see something weird on her shoulder that almost looks like metallic, right where the sleeve kind of goes towards the outside of her shoulder. You start to see something metallic like along her shoulder and like kind of the back of her neck, but then she kind of quickly just sort of pulls it back up, and then Big Bill comes up and
swoops
distracts you. Yeah. That's all.
I would say my catchphrase, but I'm not allowed to now.
Don't worry about it.
What are you talking about? You're totally allowed to.
Don't worry about it.
See, I've just instead trained the players to say it for me.
I know.
Still counts. It's your catchphrase.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
So, as the evening is finally winding down, Phoenix, the crowd, wants to hear at least one song from the amazing Julian.
I will get up on stage, and now this may only resonate with, it might just be Bill, as a matter of fact, the Michael Jackson Super Bowl halftime performance, where he just gets on stage and stands there motionless for ever. And
what?
Yeah, I remember this.
For the rest of you, it is actually worth looking up. You don't have to be a football fan for this. This is like, it's like at peak of Michael Jackson popularity. He literally just gets out on the stage, stands there motionless, and the crowd is just losing their minds as he just stands there. Anyway, I get up onto the stage and I do just take a moment, just kind of breathing and kind of feeling, you know, I'm kind of stretching out my hands, getting my fingers kind of limbered up for the fiddle. Everything in my body hurts. But at this point, I'm just kind of looking around, knowing that I'm starting kind of a new chapter. And the first thing that comes to mind, and I smile at both Dr. Jensen and Sofie, everyone's waiting for some beautiful, you know, sonata or something, and it's the first few bars of Turkey in the Straw.
Yes! I knew it! Yes!
Which eventually does morph into a more elaborate melodic, and I, as Phoenix, didn't look up names of time-appropriate songs.
Oh, don't even worry about it.
Turkey in the Straw remix.
From some very beautiful melody.
It's like Cotton Eye Joe that they play in the,
Yes.
but like the remix of Cotton Eye Joe, yeah.
And Phoenix, as you get those first few bars of Turkey in the Straw out, you hear something.
Oh my god.
There is a voice coming from the fountain. You should play my instrument and give them a real performance. And yet, strangely, Julian feels insulated from this request. And he doesn't feel any sort of compulsion to get that fiddle of the neck. You could if you want to, but there's nothing supernatural forcing you to do so.
I just kind of hear this voice in my mind, and I take a moment. I probably do kind of skip a little bit of a beat as I'm playing, and I just try to consciously think back to it. I should go.
Yeah, that voice seems to just wash over you and doesn't affect you.
None of you got that reference, did you?
I'll be calibrating. All right, and you transition from Turkey in the Straw to, as you said, a beautiful melodic piece. Julian kind of improvs something, not wanting to simply play the hits, and instead just lets the music go where he wants. We fade away with those beautiful notes, that wonderful melody, and Julian with new adventures on the horizon. However, I'm not going to leave it there.
Can't leave it on something good.
No, you will know me better than that. Because several weeks later, deep in the pines, trackless miles away from the city of Seattle, a young man stands in front of a redwood tree. His shoulders barely fill his flannel shirt, and he shifts, adjusting the thick horn-rimmed glasses on the tip of his nose. He sighs, hating being out in these woods. The lumberjacks have been telling him stories of all kinds of terrifying creatures that haunt these ancient pines and will snatch you up when you're least suspecting. But despite his fears, nature calls. He fumbles for a moment with his overalls before hearing the snap of a branch behind him. He spins around and is met with mocking laughter. Oh there! Watch where you're aiming that thing, Carson City. I thought you were supposed to be our new engineer, not our fireman. Charles's face is flushed bright red as he spins back around. The lumberjack, Big Jacques, continues to guffaw as he stalks forward and stands immediately next to Charles, facing the same tree. The beefy lumberjack is doing this just to make him uncomfortable. He spent weeks being a bully and picking on him. You ain't gonna be much of a lumberjack, you know. Jumping at shadows and noises in the dark, scary woods. Big Jacques kind of sighs, turning his head and looking directly to Charles's face. You just ain't cut out for this work. Charles tries to sputter a response, but settles for just taking a step to his right away from Big Jacques, giving himself a little bit more privacy. Carson City, you should just get out of here. This ain't a life for you, you lapour. Greenhorn probably don't even know the difference between a skinning knife and a whittling knife. With a grunt and a shake, Big Jacques closes the button of his overalls. Charles' blood suddenly goes cold as he hears the sound of metal sliding free of leather. He looks to his left and sees the tip of a knife approximately 2 inches from his face. He shrieks and topples backwards, his unbuttoned overalls falling to his ankles and his glasses flying off his face. Big Jacques explodes into cruel laughter again. Well, what is it? A skinning knife or a whip? Bam! Without his glasses, Charles can't see what happened. Something big lunged out of the dim forest shadows and crashed into the side of Big Jacques' head. Its momentum carried the man forward, bashing his skull into a tree, and then terribly continuing forward still, smashing Jacques' head open like rotted fruit. Blood spatters down across Charles, soaking him in gore. He freezes, his heartbeat thundering in his ears. He can barely see Big Jacques' body twitch a few times, his meaty hand flopping limply atop the whittling knife. Then, the voice in the darkness speaks to him, and Charles screams. But we'll find out more about that
What?
next time. Thank you all for a fun session. This was definitely a little bit of an unexpected swerve in what we were planning, but I think this was a really good one. We will find out just what kind of character Phoenix is going to come back with next time.
Oh my.
I get to dig into my gore library of sound effects. Awesome.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't going to be Big Jacques, because, he's not playable anymore.
There goes my plans.
All right, have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye, everybody!
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. Our theme song is Myths and Legends by Robert Bruckmeyer, and is playing right now. Our episode music is from the incredible Andreas Lundstrom's RPG soundtracks, and you can hear more of his work on the Sweden Rolls podcast. Our editor is Hannah Cheney. If you've enjoyed the show, it would mean the world to all of us if you could share it with a friend, or an acquaintance, a stranger, even an enemy. We're not super picky. However, it is the single best way to help us get new listeners and continue to grow. If you've really enjoyed the show and you want to let the world know just how much, we're launching a storefront where you can buy some cool gear and a Patreon. You'll find the links in our show notes. We'll be looking forward to sharing more stories of the VIII in the Pacific Northwest. But until then, remember the motto of the library. Fear gives way to knowledge. Knowledge gives way to wisdom. And wisdom gives way to the truth. Until next time. There are some interesting things they have done with mixing differing cocktails together. Ah, but you are muted. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
I thought it was going to start
Tragically,
Lucius's mom
you are
career.
still on the mute.
What? Can no one hear me?
I can hear him.
Yeah, I can too.
I can hear him just fine.
I believe you have turned off your microphone.
No, we
What?
can all hear him.
No.
Brian, can you hear us?
Brian, we can all
We
hear
can all
him.
hear him. Brian,
Oh,
no.
well, maybe it is just me.
It is you. It is you, Brian.
Sacre bleu.
Bonjour.
Oh. Les poissons, les poissons.
All right, what about now?
I don't know.
Can you
Can you
hear
hear
me
us?
now?
Nope, still not working.
Nope.
Oh no!
Motherfucker. Son of a goddamn bitch.
I'm so glad we're recording, you guys.
I could not be happier.
This is going at the end of the episode for sure.
Oh, fantastic.
Son of a goddamn bitch. Now, can you hear us?
Hey, hello?
Brian.
Can you hear us,
Uh-oh.
Brian?
There's no reaction, so I don't think so.
Hey, screw you, DM.
What the fuck indeed? All right, I hear everybody laughing.
Okay.
Yes, fuck indeed. The best part of that was at one point I just ripped the Bluetooth dongle out of my adapter and I heard you all coming from my computer speaker.
Wow.
Nice.
This has been a night of unexpected issues.
Truly.
All right.
Yeah, bad things happen when you rip your dongle out.
Julian would know.
Name of the episode right there. Be careful of your dongle.
I was thinking it.
Man, remember that time we killed Hannah?
Yeah.
My roommates are going to be concerned.
It'll be fine.
It's fine.